My guest is Yvonne Hatcher. She's Executive Director of the Brunswick Transit System. Yvonne, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having me today.
You have a great story to tell. It's interesting, and I think our viewers will learn a lot in the next several minutes. Brunswick Transit System is a transportation service for Brunswick Countyans.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
You're a nonprofit.
We are a nonprofit. We are. That is one of the misconceptions that a lot of people have, that we're a county department or some other governmental entity, but we're actually a nonprofit agency.
Okay. How many riders do you have each month, for example?
We average about 4,000, between 4,000 and 4,500. We provided over 50,000 rides last year.
Wow. Now, I know in talking to you before the program, you offer contract services to several groups, which comprise a great bit of your workload. Is that correct?
Absolutely. We have 3 large contracts with the Community College, Brunswick Senior Resources, and Department of Social Services. We also work with some smaller agencies with transportation for their clients, nonprofit agencies, as well as other civic organizations in the county. And then we have general public service that's open to anyone.
Right. So your contract work is the steady and predictable work. And then for individuals, are they able to call and schedule an appointment?
Absolutely. We do all of our transportation requests by reservation.
Okay.
It does require a 48-hour notice, but that 250 or more trips a day, we have to coordinate all of those trips between 16 vehicles and almost 900 square miles, because we do serve the entire county.
So if I'm living down in Ocean Isle and I have to be, let's say I have to be at the college a certain day and time, I call a day or two in advance?
Absolutely.
And there's someone, a scheduler there that will schedule my ride?
We have a full-time scheduler that is exactly what she does. And if somebody calls and it's during a day or time that we're not available, she works with them to help them either change their appointment or find a better time, because we also offer what's called curb-to-curb service, where we actually come to your house and drop you off at the door of wherever it is you're going. So you don't have to walk to a bus stop or anything like that, but that also makes scheduling a little more complicated.
Sure it does, absolutely. What are the costs involved? I want to be a rider, and I'm still at Ocean Isle, and I still have the need to call you up.
For our general public riders, in-county trips are $3 each way, and that is anywhere in the county that you want to go.
Wow.
We also go into Wilmington, into New Hanover County on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that's $5 each way. Most of that transportation is medical appointments,
right.
But we do have people that go to the Greyhound station or to the Social Security office, or even for shopping, especially this time of year, people that want to go and spend a couple of hours at the mall.
Sure.
So it's very diversified.
So do I pay cash?
You pay cash. We do have tickets, and that's generally for people that are either buying the tickets maybe for a child or, over 16 to ride alone, or they're buying multiples and they don't want to have to worry about keeping correct change. Our drivers don't always have correct change. So for our regular riders that know how many days they're going to ride, they may call and order so many tickets and write a check. But generally, pay the driver cash just like you would if you were stepping on a bus in Wilmington.
Sure. This is such a great service, and I want our viewers to know, just as I'm going to say several times during this interview, this is a great service.
Thank you.
But you also led me to my next question, and that is a question as to children. Do they need to have child safety seats to ride on the bus?
Absolutely. Being a nonprofit agency and not a fixed route service means that we have to adhere to all of the DMV laws that maybe a big bus in Wilmington or Charlotte or somewhere is actually exempt from. All of our passengers have to wear seatbelts.
I was about to ask you that. Good.
Absolutely. Everyone wears a seatbelt, and all of the children have to have the correct child seat, whether it's a booster seat or a regular seat, and we don't provide those. So that is one of the questions that our scheduler asks when you call to schedule a ride. If you're bringing a child, that person's aware they have to bring their own seat.
Now, we've kind of touched upon this, but what are some of the most common destinations?
Well, medical appointments for our general public riders is number one.
Sure.
But we also take people shopping, the community college. Our contract clients are going to the community college, the senior centers, medical appointments. We take people shopping. We take people to hair appointments. We actually also take people to visit family members in the community. You have somebody at home and a sister or a parent or a child lives here but they don't have a car. They no longer have to wait on that person to come see them. They can call and schedule a ride and go visit.
Now,
nice.
I had the mistaken assumption that most of your individual riders are senior citizens. That's not necessarily true, though, is it?
It's not, and I would say that's our number two misconception of the system in the county. Because we do have such a public view in the county, at the school, at the community college, and the senior centers, most people don't realize that it's open to the public, or if it is, they think they have to be a certain age or something to ride, and it's not. When we first started about a decade ago, the majority of our riders were seniors, but now it's very diversified. We take people of all ages to work, to school, shopping, anywhere.
Very interesting.
Yes, absolutely.
I understand you're moving your headquarters to Charlotte.
That is our most exciting news for this year and for the upcoming year. We are currently located in Bolivia, and again, that sometimes is confusing that we're not a county department, but we also don't have a lot of public identity in the community because we're tucked around at the complex. We are going to be moving into a building on Main Street in Charlotte. Hopefully by January 1st. We've got some work to do that we want to take care of in the building, but we're very excited about it.
How can our viewers get in touch with you?
Well, they can call our office anytime, 253-7800. We have an answering service if it's nights or weekends, which we stress to people in case they need to cancel a ride or leave us a message. You can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We also have a website, and they can reach us through that website through email addresses, but most of the common questions can be answered on that website, and that is brunswicktransit.org.
It's a great story that you have. I know that our viewers will have benefited a great deal from this. Thank you, Yvonne, for being with us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I do too.